Did racism make Onlyfangs better? Now, that's a sentence I never thought I'd say, but here we are. Between Sodapoppin cosplaying as a really shitty version of Dumbledore, with his sorting hat of bullshit, all the way to the race wars that are happening between the 4 factions of the Horde. On top of that, you have the myriad array of roleplay scattered across Azeroth, as well as the meetings being an ADHD main character syndrome shitfest of 230-year-old men and women trying to talk over each other. So, Onlyfangs has been interesting. But what about the racism? Now, if you've watched any Onlyfangs content at all, I'm sure you've heard the numerous, and I mean that numerous array of insult being thrown around. Greenskins, long tusks, cows, maggot feeders. Now, these are some of the more tame insults being thrown around in regards to the other races. Some of the racism is much, much worse. So to all the React Andies, thank you for unpausing. Which brings me to Onlyfangs and what has been happening. And that's plainly being put, enjoying the game, living and breathing Azeroth, actually investing yourself into your character, into your faction, into the role you play. People are going out of their way to interact with other people, especially with the voice proximity add-on, as well as the point system, and all those things coming together. It makes you want to make friends with people. It makes you go out of your way to be like, you there, you're a fellow zugging orc like me. Let's zug together. Or you go up to another Tor and you type /moo, and now you guys are moving together on a journey. And people have been going out of their way to get together, to just have a good time. With each faction coming together to uplift their own. Who ever thought that segregation could be a good thing? That segregation has led to a healthy level of competition that is incredibly fun to watch. And not only is it fun to watch, it's created 1.5 billion clips as of so far. For example, the orcs and how hard we zug. Now, I'm an orc, proud greenskin. We have a war chief problem because somehow Miskiff has become war chief 3 times and he's lost war chief 3 times, which is kind of obscene. How do you lose to Annie when she's playing with a controller? Like, there's embarrassing, and then there's losing with keyboard and mouse against the controller.
The shame on the war chief. He brings this honor to the orcish horde.
Annie's been doing a great job, by the way. I'm gonna give her kudos to that. But then we move on to the trolls, and somehow it's kind of a miracle that this is impossible, but Esfand has had a somewhat more embarrassing launch to hardcore than Miskiff. By the way, it's been less than 7 days since hardcore came out. In fact, Esfand died 7 times, which is so many times that the trolls came together and voted to banish him from the troll race. They literally said, no more. We came in dead last because you died 7 times, and they banished him. So Esfand became a Tauren. Like, not only is racism happening against other races, it's happening within their own race. My man got exiled, not just from leadership, but from his whole race. Which means Pirate Software is now the race leader for the trolls, which honestly means that the trolls are probably going to do really well this time around. Pirates, you know how he is. Very smart, intellectual individual, gonna be very level-headed. Trolls are gonna do just fine this coming week. And as you all know, the race that gets the least points has punishment doled out. And in this case, they made Esfand drink blended ass. It was a very disgusting concoction of materials. Sodapoppin gagged watching it more than Esfand himself did. Which takes us over to the Tauren, which Esfand is now a part of, and we have Big Tonka T. And there's a lot I could say about what happened in the Tauren section, but Tyler refused to get any help from anybody, aside from the time where he had his mace deleted, because Soda told him, don't you dare fucking accept that green mace, Tyler. You know the rules. Delete the mace. And so Tyler deleted it, and it turns out that that mace was sent from somebody in guild. A smaller creator sent it to Tyler 1 to help him. So Tyler 1, of course, brought his wrath and fury upon Sodapoppin. In fact, if I recall the voice message he left to Soda, it was something along the lines of, nobody wants to see a black man succeed, especially you, Sodapoppin, you racist son of a bitch. That's a little paraphrasing, but it is what it is. Then you have Rat Darko, the undead leader. Somehow, despite the orcs essentially getting fucking nothing done, the undead are more boring than possibly thought because of Spreadsheet Simulator. Everyone else is role-playing and having a good time. And the undead have an Excel spreadsheet of how we can maximize points so we can win. And to be fair, that really surprises nobody. This is the Forsaken we're talking about. Bottom of the barrel scum race. They deserve it. You know, it's what it is. So I summarized the races. I summarized the moderate amount of drama. And now we're going to talk about the racism a bit more and whether it actually saved OnlyFans or not, because I know the thumbnail and title was relatively clickbait. Did racism save OnlyFans? And the answer is yes. Now, last OnlyFans was very popular, it was a big event, it was very entertaining. But OnlyFans this time around is much bigger. So many more eyes are on this event, people are way more invested into it because the racism actually is adding flavor that people were not used to. The conflict between all the races adds so much layer and complexity to an otherwise already fun event. All of these streamers, all of these people getting together to make these arcs and little story beats and clippable moments. And talking about clippable moments, I'm gonna have to shave my head because in my big dumbassery, I said, I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna get to 60 without any deaths. And then I died at level 10 because 5 harpies spawned on me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh shit. No. No! Fuck. I'm dead. Guess I gotta shave my fucking head.
You're dead?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Are you serious? Oh wait,
Yeah.
I crashed.
Yeah, fuck. So, you know, subscribe and then follow me on Twitch so you can see me shave my fucking head. Which brings us back to the point system. Every time somebody dies, your race loses points. But every time you reach a milestone and have achievements, your race gains points. Now, is the sorting how to bullshit system actually great? It absolutely is. Undisputably, Soda Poppin creating shitty Hogwarts was one of the smartest things he's done. Because in the very recent event, at the end of the week, the undead had the most points. So Dantes, knowing nothing about the game, was given the option to choose 10 items out of the list of treasures he could pick from. And he picked a bunch of items. You know, some of them were good, some of them were ass. He's a new player. And then the other 3 races then got to pick a noob from their faction that was voting, they were bidding on each other. And it was a very entertaining thing, except they had to mute everybody because so many people had main character syndrome and were like trying to tell these 4 noobs what to pick and what not to pick and just trying to like derail the event.
Shit.
All right,
Oh.
mute your mics. Shut up.
Every time.
Everyone mutes except for the people bidding. Don't say a fucking word at all, ever, anything, nothing. I'll kick you out of the guild.
But this led to some very hilarious moments in guild chat as well as an array of streams of everybody shit-talking the other race for picking bad items. And all of these little things come together to just amplify that racist arc of story. Content is king in OnlyFans, and the racism actually has improved the amount of content and the amount of things happening because every race is making fun of the other and creating moments that lead to more and more entertaining avenues. So I can't wait to see how this all ends, especially with all the DCs happening, people dying. Rest in peace, Armpy. DC at 54 happens. So many hilarious stories are still going to be told, and the racism is only really going to get worse the higher level everybody gets. Because Tyler 1 and Dantes at level 60 in Molten Core is going to be, well, if they get there. They might, I'm not trying to say they won't, but if they get there, it's going to be hilarious content. Especially with Soda Pop and yelling at everybody. There's going to be way more noobs going into Molten Core. So we may see lines getting crossed pretty goddamn soon. So thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. If you hated it, fuck it. Subscribe and hate every single video anyways. Love you all, Ebonheart out. Peace.